Boy, I'll tell you, this camping, being outside, really enjoying the country is just wonderful. But the trailer is a lot of work. You got to unhook it every night, level it, hook up all the utilities. So why not buy a motorhome? It levels itself. You don't have to unhook it. Sounds like a deal. That's what we're going to do. And let's go for a ride. Arlington RV Supercenter in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Our salesman was Dave Cullen. Treated us very well. We traded in our Sunline trailer and bought a 35-foot RU Winnebago. We had two pullouts, one in the bedroom and one in the living room. What a beautiful coach. We finally got the motorhome home, and then it started raining and had to go back to the dealership for some minor adjustments. Our first stop was to see our daughter in Bangor, Maine. Madison, Connecticut. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. North Jersey. South Jersey. Chesapeake Bay, just before the bridge. As you notice the mopeds over my shoulder, they were an awful lot of fun. And then next will be the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and Tunnel. Oh, what a horror show. You are passing oncoming vehicles at over 100 miles an hour, mirror to mirror. Very scary. A beautiful campground in Virginia Beach, right at the end of the Naval Air Station runway. In Virginia Beach, we're visiting our daughter, and in Myrtle Beach, we're visiting Dottie's brother. What a beautiful campsite that was. A gorgeous campsite in St. Matthews, South Carolina. These next few shots are state parks in Tennessee. We stopped at quite a few of them, and they are the most beautiful kept up parks in the country, I would say. And that was my honey. Tennessee Freshwater Pearls, what a fascinating place. This is the Mississippi overflowing its banks, and this is why we couldn't go to Memphis. There was 6 feet of water at the Grand Ole Opry. We tried to go to Loretta Lynn's RV park, but that also was flooded out. Stillwater, Oklahoma State University, and her brother Bob. We were eating at Eskimo Joe's, which has a glass roof, when a tornado came by us. And across the Texas Panhandle, this is a rest area, which is a tornado shelter. What a beautiful drive. Some of the scenery along the way. Here we are in San Diego. We stayed in my son's driveway. Very tight fit, but it worked. Now off to Hollywood. Fascinating place. World famous Pink's hot dogs. We just didn't feel like waiting an hour and a half in line to get one though. And now Death Valley. As it says, welcome to Bonneville Salt Flats. Salt Lake, just outside the city. And in Park City, we went to see the Mormon Tabernacle Choir with the Utah Symphony Orchestra. Big Cottonwood Canyon on the way up to the ski slopes. And the Snake River. We're now entering the Columbia River Gorge, where we camped at a BLM parking lot right on the river. was fascinating. It was a picture of the dam and a picture of our motorhome from across the river. Mount Hood and one of its glaciers. What a different place up that high. We left 100-degree weather in that parking lot to come up here to glaciers. And now we start down the Pacific Coast Highway, one of the most beautiful roads probably in the whole country for diversity and absolute great views. One of the campgrounds along the highway was full, so they put us in an overflow area. Boy, did we get lucky. Look at the views from there. Now we're into the Redwoods and soon to be the Sequoia Park. Unbelievably huge trees, so awesome. Christmas and New Year's in San Antonio, Texas. This is the Riverwalk, and this is one of the missions that we went to visit besides the Alamo. Great city, very nice. Now North Padre Island. Can you imagine getting up every morning having a cup of coffee with this for a view? Oh, it was such a campsite. It was gorgeous. Then, of course, everybody has to go to New Orleans. And while you're there, Cafe Du Monde with beignets. Fort Pickens in Pensacola, Florida. This is Thomas Stone's property. He was a signer of the Declaration of Independence as a representative from Maryland. We've camped at a campground in Port Tobacco. As you can see, we had a flood and had to move out and turned around, packed up the motorhome, and came home. I hope you enjoyed our trip as much as we did.